The year is 2021 and it is the boom of an online game called Axie Infinity, especially for the audiences living in developing countries. Hundreds of thousands, if not millions of players will sold on the prospect of earning money just by playing a game. Regardless, we all know how this one ends with what was probably the largest bull run for the crypto market up to now. People were high on the hope with the possibilities that Axie Infinity could bring, and it was the greatest thing until it was not. Which brings us to the present day. Can you make money playing games? Stick around and find out. Good day guys, today we will be talking about earning money playing online games, or more specifically, NFT gaming and play to earn games. How is this possible and what are the pros and cons of this, and my realistic take on it. I segmented the video into topics which you can browse and skip to in the description below. If you don't want to miss out on opportunities and educational content for Web3 and gaming, then hit that subscribe button and turn the notifications on, and with that out of the way, let's dive right in. Before I talk about NFT gaming, I want to give a brief introduction about myself so you know where I'm coming from. I've been a passionate player for almost each and every type of game since I was young, and I've been involved in the usual gaming organizations / semi-pro teams in games like League of Legends and other MOBAs and FPS games. More recently, however, I was a former talent associate for one of the most competitive and professional brands in the competitive gaming scene in NFT games such as Axie Infinity and Gods Unchained. So what exactly is the main appeal of NFT games, or more commonly known as play to earn or play to earn games? The main appeal comes down to ownership and freedom, or more specifically, the right to own your in-game stuff. You're probably confused and asking yourself, what do you mean the right to own your in-game stuff? I do own them. Well, you are actually wrong, because you see, for all intents and purposes, your items in the traditional games that you play, such as Counter-Strike for example, are technically not yours and still fully belong to the company or publisher who owns said games. So, if you read the Terms of Service or TOS of the games and/or the End User License Agreement or EULA, it is made clear that the company owns all the rights and reservations to said items, which means that any monetary gain or transfer of ownership that results in you obtaining any financial gain at the expense of dealing outside the platform is actually not allowed. But like, how does that work in practice? Well, I would like to introduce what is called RMT, or real money trading. This is what buying and selling game assets or services which are facilitated outside the platform, and oftentimes to the demerit of the game, whether it affects the game's economy or balance or whatever. If you play any of the most popular MMORPGs or literally any online game where there is a trade function, I can guarantee you that there is an RMT or black market thriving there. The prevalence or how common it is aside, why do people participate in RMT? Let's look at the buyer's perspective and the seller's perspective. The buyer wants it or needs it because he can't obtain it otherwise, while the seller sells it because he wants money and he has the following or all of the above, which are time, effort, and skills. So basically, RMT exists because of the concept of people willing to pay this amount for something and the prospect of financial gain. So this is what I mean about ownership and freedom. With NFT games, one of the best concepts about it is the fact that you have full ownership and rights over your in-game items, which is a lot more complex actually than what we can cover in one video. But what this basically means for you is ownership in the sense of being free to do with it however you want, which includes selling it while also leaving room for other benefits such as access to gated content, the potential to earn better aesthetics in the case of cosmetics, and sometimes even an edge over the competition. Now, do I think that NFT gaming is the future, or will NFT gaming replace traditional gaming totally? Well, no. The idea, especially if it's the present form of NFT gaming, is simply absurd because of two main reasons, which is that 99% of NFT games suck to the point that most NFT games, in terms of quality of gameplay, fun, visuals, and other things, will not even be up to par with the lowest Web2 standards, because they make the fatal mistake of not making a priority the number one thing a game is supposed to be in the first place, which is to be fun. The second reason is overall it's very hard to get into the space. It's not as easy as it should be as compared to other games, and the fact that there are a lot of scammers and bad movers in the space means that if you somehow lose your wallet, since you have full ownership and custody of them, you have no one to help you or assist you on that end. But with all that in mind, and as long as you're prepared for it and you did your own research and diligence, NFT gaming can be as lucrative and empowering as Web3 itself. Yes, you can make money playing games online, not even just in NFT gaming, but NFT gaming is currently king in that aspect. It still has a long way to go, but with that in mind, yes, you can make money. As for how and what games to play, well, that's what I am here for. And that is all for this video. If you have more questions, feel free to comment below and I will get back to you. I have made a Telegram channel where I will be posting updates. As always, feel free to reach out, and if you want more quality content like this, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you all on the other side.